Hey, good afternoon, team. I'm Command Sergeant Major Andrew Lombardo, your Army Reserve Command Sergeant Major. And this is my first session of... As some of you may know, the Army Reserve has a goal of implementing the Expert Soldier Badge, or ESB, in fiscal year 22. And we'll be using the ESB to evaluate our competitors in this year's United States Army Reserve Best Warrior, Best Squad competition. Also, in my effort to operationalize This Is My Squad, we're encouraging our squad leaders to take ownership and train their squads. Today, I'm going to do my best to demonstrate 5 ESB tasks today. Maintain your M249 machine gun. Perform a function check on an M249 machine gun. Load an M249 machine gun and correct malfunctions on an M249 machine gun. And unload an M249 machine gun. Keep in mind, my weapon is an M17 or an M9 pistol, and I don't think this bad boy existed when I joined the Army. The point of this is to get after training. And if my team and I are getting after it, you should too. All right, this is a fundamental way of mastering our basic soldier skills and preparing us to succeed in our unit mission essential task list as well. Let's get after it.
Task 1. Maintain an M249 machine gun. Always verify that the machine gun is clear. Point the weapon in a safe direction, hold the charging handle completely to the rear, place the weapon on safe. Return the charging handle into the forward locked position. Look away from the feed tray cover. Squeeze the cover latches and open the feed tray cover assembly. Conduct a 5-point safety check, ensuring any ammo is removed. Grip the charging handle, place the weapon on fire, pull the trigger, and move the bolt forward until it locks into the forward position. Pull the upper retaining pin to the left, pivot the buttstock downward. Push in and upward on the rear end of the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly. Ensure return rod or transfer mechanism is free from the groove inside receiver. Separate spring from the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly. Remove gas piston and bolt assembly from receiver by pulling on the charging handle, sliding the gas piston the rest of the way out. Push the bolt slightly to the slide assembly and rotate counterclockwise to disengage the lug. Pull the bolt out of the slide assembly. Using a rod to push the slide pivot to the left and lift the slide assembly from the piston. Remove the buttstock. Remove the trigger mechanism. Grasp heat shield forward with the carrying handle and lift it off the barrel. Ensure carrying handle is in the carrying up position. Depress the barrel locking lever with the left hand and grasp the carrying handle, push the barrel forward and lift it out of the receiver. Remove the gas tube and the bipod yoke. While pulling with slight pressure, turn the gas cylinder to the left or right to release the locking spring inside the receiver. Pull the gas cylinder out of the receiver and pull the bipod yoke off the receiver. At this time, conduct any maintenance on the machine gun in accordance with TM 9-1005-201-10. Assemble the machine gun. Install bipod yoke and gas tube. Push the bipod yoke into receiver, push the gas cylinder to the bipod yoke into the receiver, and guide the gas cylinder into the receiver and apply slight downward pressure to defeat the locking spring. Turn the gas cylinder to the left or right until the locking spring clicks into place at the recess of the rear of the gas cylinder. Install the barrel and the heat shield. With the left hand and depress barrel locking lever. Grasp the carrying handle with the right hand and place the barrel on the receiver. Align the glass slug with the gas cylinder and pull the barrel rearward until it seats fully into the receiver. Release the barrel locking lever and carry handle. Hook the metal extensions of the heat shield under the front side pins. Snap the spring clips of this heat shield down on top of the barrel. Install gas piston and bolt assembly. Place the slide lug assembly onto the piston. Push slide pivot through the left to the right through the hole on the piston assembly. Align bolt with slide assembly. Press bolt into slide assembly while rotating clockwise to hook driving lug into slide assembly. Align bolt and slide cutouts with the internal rails of the receiver. Slide the bolt and gas piston assembly into the receiver, ensuring that the gas piston is aligned with the rear of the gas cylinder. Slide the gas piston and bolt assembly forward into the receiver until the bolt face is fully seated with the chamber. Install return rod and transfer mechanism. Slide drive spring into the return rod transfer mechanism assembly. Hold return rod and transfer mechanism assembly with the side up stamp facing upward and the flared end of the pin facing downward. Align the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly with the hole at the rear of the gas piston. Slide the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly into the receiver. Press in and hold down the return rod and transfer mechanism assembly until the two pins positively lock into the grooves on the interior of the receiver. Install your trigger mechanism and buttstock. Push the lower retaining pin into the left side hole on the rear of the trigger mechanism to hold it in place. Line lower hole on buttstock with lower retaining pin. Push the lower retaining pin fully to the right. Pivot the buttstock upward into position. Push the upper retaining pin fully to the right. Close the feed tray cover assembly. At this time, perform a function check and report any uncorrected deficiencies if found on a DA Form 2404 or DA Form 5988-E. Task 2. Perform a function check on the M249 machine gun. Verify that the weapon is always clear. Charge the weapon, push the handle forward, place the weapon on safe. Squeeze the trigger, nothing should happen. Pull the handle to the rear, place the weapon on fire. Squeeze the trigger and ride the bolt assembly to the forward position. Task 3. Load a M249 machine gun. Always verify that the weapon is clear. Lock the bolt assembly to the rear and in the open position. Place the weapon on safe. Look away from the feed tray and then conduct your 5-point safety inspection. In this demonstration, we will use a 30-round magazine. Close the feed tray and insert your magazine firmly until it seats and clicks in place. You have now loaded the M249 machine gun. If you are using a 200-round ammunition box, align with the latch engages and clip it into place. Open the feed tray cover and lace the belt-fed ammunition into the feed, brass to the grass. Close the feed tray. Prepare to engage. Task 4. Correct malfunctions on an M249 machine gun. You are engaging your target and experience a stoppage. Perform immediate action. Pull the charging handle. Observe ejection port for expended brass and debris. Re-engage your targets. Perform remedial action. You've overheated the barrel. Wait 5 seconds in combat or 15 minutes in a training environment. Then clear your weapon. Placing weapon on safe. Removing any ammunition. Looking away from the feed tray. Conduct your 5-point safety inspection. Close the feed tray. Remove the overheated barrel. Replace with a new barrel. Reload your weapon and re-engage your targets. Perform remedial action when you have an obstruction. Again, clear your weapon. Remove any ammunition. Look away from the feed tray cover. Conduct your 5-point safety inspection. Visually inspect the chamber for all of those obstructions. Use a cleaning rod for barrel obstructions or shake loose items out of the ejection port. Reload and engage targets. Correct any other mechanical function by disassembly maintenance in accordance with TM 9-1005-201-10. Reassemble and conduct a function check. If this still does not fix a malfunction, you will need to turn the weapon into the unit armorer. Also, to perform corrective action to secure runaway gun, keep weapon pointed in a safe direction. Allow all remaining rounds to be fired, or stop the ammunition feed by breaking the ammunition belt. Perform action on an M249 that fires sluggishly by disassembling maintenance in accordance with TM 9-1005-201-10 and reassembly. Task 5. Unload an M249 machine gun. From a firing stance, pull the bolt to the rear, place the weapon on safe, and push the charging handle to the forward position. Remove all ammunition, magazine, or box. Conduct a 5-point safety check, ensuring the weapon is clear. Place the weapon on fire, return the weapon to a closed bolt position for storage. Secure any loose brass or ammunition before turning.
That's it for today, team. Squad leaders, ensure you follow up the training by going into the Army Training Network Small Unit Leader tool and making sure your soldiers' data is in the system. This will give them credit for DTMS for successfully achieving GOES in these tasks in accordance with the training evaluations and outlines. All soldiers are entitled to outstanding leadership. All soldiers have a right to achieve excellence. Non-commissioned officers, get after your field craft. Ready now, shaping tomorrow.